Yo, 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 yo. What up? You know what time it is, man. You know what I gotta do first and foremost. I'm gonna send the links out. Once I send the links out, we're gonna be good. Okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Here we go. There it is. Do 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 do. Yeah, season 1, episode 12. Trash or snap. Hey, let's do this. Man. Hold on. Hold on. First and foremost, good morning. Great morning to all my Americans out there, and to any of my Europeans that are watching. Great afternoon. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope the day has gone well so far, um, and I hope that the day continues to go well. Welcome back. Welcome back, man. Long awaited. I know we didn't go live last week, man. I had work, 6 days of work last week. I was low energy. Didn't have a lot left in me to pour into the pod, and I'm sorry. Now, at some point, we hope that this goes super triple platinum. I can do this full time. That'd be nice. Be a lot of fun. But until then, we rock. We rock out. Mix of both work and pod and life. But yeah, welcome back to the motion, man. Welcome back to the motion with TG and Big Z. Shout out my boy TG. It's game day for him, so he will not be joining us. You got me, and we got a crap ton to talk about. And I'm talking, it's hefty. It's hefty. So you got Big Z today. Here we go. Let's have some fun, man. Let's get into it a little bit. For anyone that joins, I hope some people join because I want to have some back and forth today. I need some back and forth and back. Electrolytes, gotta have them. Sorry, liquid IV. You don't talk about start a day off right. Come on. Nice. Here we go. Where are we starting today, man? Do you know where we're starting? Don't even ask silly questions. The debrief is where we're starting. Oh yeah, the debrief. So, I got a question, man, for anyone out there. You may watch later. You know, if you join and you kind of start from the beginning, feel free to just comment at any time. But to you individuals, what effect does your environment have on you? All right. You know, some people say it's the environment that you're in, right? You're a product of your environment. And then there's the other side of that where people are more like it's mindset over what you're around, right? Me personally, I think obviously both. You have to have the mindset regardless, right? You have to have the mindset to get yourself in that right environment. But you also, I do believe environment is huge, man. I think I was watching a um, David Attenborough documentary. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, here. No, not that one. Attenborough. What does he say? It's not gonna let me find it. But he was videoing some monkeys, right? And he pretty much said like the natural instinct for mammals, monkeys in specific, is community, right? And the lust for community in a lot of people. I mean, even if you are a natural homebody or an introvert or whatever, even if it's just one person or if it's people online, um, you want community. It's a natural lust, right? Um, Now, with that, and depending on how desperate, you can get yourself in a community that just is not right for you. It's just that simple. Um, you know, I think a lot of people kind of have that currently. I would say, at least in my age gap between 21 to 30, I'd say to 29, 21, 29. Um, you're kind of caught up with people that you don't really need in your life. You know what I mean? Like every time you're with them, you may be drinking, you may be smoking, you may be partying, or you may just be being lazy, not doing anything, just always on the game, not doing anything productive. Like there are people like that, man, and it feels good in the moment. And then after the fact, you kind of sit back and you're like, man, like I just wasted 3 days or, my whole day or whatever it may be. Um, and then that feeling kind of sits with you. And then every time you go hang out with those people, you hop on the game with those people, you start to realize, I see the trends. Okay. I see the trends and it's not healthy. So yeah, man, I'm very curious to know what you guys think about that, about your environment. Um, Obviously there are people that can be in those environments and still be very productive and successful in their own right, because of their mindset, right? Yeah, we go party all day. It's the homies. We go party, right? We're gonna get rich together, whatever it may be. During the day, we're grinding. During the night, man, we turn right. We turned up, man. But a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't operate like that. There's just I feel like personally, there's a select few of people that can. I think about a guy like Snoop Dogg all the time. There's absolutely no way he smokes that much weed while still being that proactive. He don't got the same type of weed everybody else got. It's that simple. He don't. He has to have some like uppity weed, some weed that makes him keep going. Because there's no way. Most people been sleep. Some been threw up. They ate so much they can't move no more. He just smoke, 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 smoke. Go, 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 go. That's all he does. I don't see how he does it. Um, but it's people like that some of these people look at, some of like the normal individuals, I'll say the normal individuals in quotes, um, they'll look at these people and be like, oh, well, he's doing it, she's doing it, and I can do it too. No, mm-mm, it's not the same. Unless you are cut like that, which once again, a select few are cut like that. Unless you are cut like that, You need to try something else. You need to try something new, something different. Because that's not gonna work for you. It's not. You can try to force it all day, but you're gonna waste time. Bottom line. That's all I got to say, man. It's just interesting to me, man. It's just interesting to me. All right, next question. What is the most efficient and most effective way? Most efficient and most effective way. I'm sorry, yo. Ooh. What is the most efficient and effective way to break and build habits? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. I'm curious. Um, in my experience, obviously you got to go like I believe you got to go like 1 to 2 at a time, like breaking one and building one. Like you can't break one without building one to replace it. Um, and it's hard. That man, that's been my personal battle since I was 19, 20, 25 now. Now don't get me wrong, I've made progress, but it feels like I should be way further along than I am. Maybe that's not God's plan. Not yet, at least. But we keep grinding, right? You never stop. You never give up on things like that. You're always trying to grow. You're always trying to get better. Um, but boy, it's no joke, right? So I like to and I've done research. I mean, you read books like Atomic Habits. You read listen to podcasts, right? You have conversations with elders, specifically elders, people who have gone through that, right? And people who have gone through that and built their foundation. Um, I just I get curious, like, right? What do you do? How'd you do it? And most people will tell you, man, you never really get there, right? That eye-opening, oh, finally I've made it. You never really get there because you're always trying to grow. You're always trying to be better, to be better, to be better. And some days or not some days, most of the time, people just don't get there. And it's nothing bad by any means. Is anything bad, right? I think that's the beauty in it is we are naturally, at least for some people, and I'll speak for myself. Naturally, I want to keep growing, and I don't want to stop in every aspect. The 3 pillars: mental, spiritual, physical, right? In every aspect. I don't want to stop growing. Right? I want to break certain habits to build certain habits to break certain habits to build certain habits to break certain habits to and just keep going in every aspect. Just see how far I can get, man. Um, that's kind of like in my family. My granddad has always told me, never stop growing, whether it be in the workforce, whether it be in life, in the mental, spiritual, physical. Always grow, always grow, always grow. Right. So in that, and everyone's different, but you have to find something that works for you in breaking and building habits. Um, I think for me, what works best is breaking one for about 3 weeks, and then about a week into those 3 weeks, building one for another 3 weeks. So it like overlaps, right? So while we're breaking one, it's constant focus for a week on that and that only. And then while we're building one, we can after a week of breaking, we can then get into, okay, let's start to add something to fuel this break. And then after that 3 weeks is up, you still got another week of building, but you're also beginning a break, right? You built to a point now going on 14 to 21 days. You've built a habit to a point now where um, you're starting to, I don't want to say get comfortable with the normalization of it, but I mean, you're starting to understand that this is going to be happening. Um, so during that time, you can then shift, put more focus to the habit that you're starting to break for a week, and then switch after a week to another building habit. And you just repeat the process. Now, it sounds simple, it sounds easy. It's not. It's hard. Oh, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah, it's not fun. To be honest, it's not fun. The fun comes in the process if you can figure out a way to enjoy that process. Once you like, I think once you like figure out what works for you and you see success behind that, that's when it becomes like I'd say like enjoyable in a way. Um, but it's still hard. You're always uncomfortable. You're never not comfortable. And that's what's awesome. I think personally, that's what's cool to me is when you're uncomfortable, you know you're growing. When you're uncomfortable, you know you're striving for more and you're striving for better. Um, which again, it sucks, but at the end of that road is something beautiful. It's something better than you were yesterday. You look back 10 years and you're like, man, how far I've come, and you're still going, right? I mean, you got to think. We talked about AI the other day. What is AI? AI is exactly that. It's something that continues to learn and continues to grow, constantly growing, constantly learning, constantly reaching and striving for more, constantly. So why would we not do the same? What we had to program it to do something like that. Why? Because that's what natural to me, I would think naturally, it's what we do, you know? Um, yeah, man. I'm huge on that, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to get to the point to where we have viewers in here because I think this conversation can get so deep. The most beautiful thing to me ever, man. Oh my goodness, is conversation with somebody unlike yourself. Like, and I honestly I wanted to say like you both have to be open minded. You really don't. You can be open minded. They can be closed minded. It doesn't matter. Conversation with somebody, just a random conversation with some random person, and you just start talking about anything, about life, about politics, about family, whatever it may be. Perspective is that's growth. That's how you learn, right? Perspective is everything. Understanding where people are coming from, understanding I mean, there's so many different types of people on this earth. Um, but understanding the the differences that you have between yourself and the next person, it helps you become less judgmental. And that's why people say like the people who travel across the world, who go overseas, who learn many cultures, like they're always the most patient and the most wise. Like, yeah, because they're not stuck in their ways. Their way isn't the only way because you see in many different people's lives, like this person is complete opposite for me, but they've still made it this far, right? Like we are in the same boat. Let me show you. This is a really good. Yeah. Look both ways. I mean, so basis of the story is the girl slept with her best friend, I think in like high school, like late high school. She was graduating high school, something like that. And in one world, in one universe, she got pregnant. In the other universe, she did not get pregnant. Now, she was a musician, or she was a artist, and he was a musician. They have the baby, and in one world they have the baby. They go through everything, right? They're going through the whole nine. I'm not gonna give you. I'm just gonna give you the point base. In the other world, that she doesn't have the baby. They don't. She doesn't get together with that friend. Um, they sleep together, but they don't. She doesn't get pregnant. They lose contact. Whatever. She's going through her life. She gets this big corporate job. Yada yada. Um, and then towards the decline of the movie, the ending of the movie, you start to see things start to get similar in their worlds, right? The girl that had the baby, that timeline, she um ends up getting like some sort of interview or something like that. Like she does some speech pretty much for the company that the girl that who doesn't have the baby for that same company that she works for, right? So the girl that is in that same company that she works for, wait, the girl that does not have the baby, but the one working for the big corporation, she is to give the same speech, right? So now we're kind of seeing the timelines are starting to add up. They're starting to mix, right? They're now at the same place in two different worlds, but they're now at the same place. And then the girl that works for the big corporation ends up seeing the guy, her best friend again, that she slept with, that didn't have a baby, that she slept with. They start talking. Obviously, the girl that had the baby with the guy, they split up for a while, but then they get back together. And then you, at the end of the movie, boom, they are both at the exact same time in the exact same place. Right. So, what is that? What am I trying to get to? One, just because you go off route, just because something changes in your life, even if it's drastic, it doesn't mean that you won't get to where you want to go. It does not mean that you won't get to where God wants you to go. It doesn't mean that. Things are gonna happen. Life is gonna happen. I'm seeing this TikTok trend of people saying like they have like a list of the top three things they want to do. Something happens, and then the list changes. Right? That something is real. That's something that happens. It's gonna happen. There's no question. All right. But that doesn't mean that everything now changes and you can't get to you have to pretty much give up on who you are as a person, on your dreams, your goals, the things that you want to do. That's not how it works. You still have the ability to go be that to go be that person, to go chase those dreams. The route's just going to be a little bit different for you, right? And at the same time, they meet back. Obviously, they meet back in the same place at the same time. It's just like everyone has different perspectives, different lives, different ideas. And just because they're different does not mean that they are bad, that they are wrong, which is mind blowing to me. That just because somebody thinks differently than you, it's like this. I remember, oh my gosh, I remember back in high school when I'm taking math, I used to get so angry because the teacher always wants you to show your work, show your work, show your work, show your work. Okay, fine. I'm getting the answer without showing my work, but whatever, I'll show my work. Well, I show my work and I don't do the work the same way that the teacher taught us to do the work. My work is different. I found another way to get the answer and it gets the same answer consistently. But because the work how I got to that answer is different, I got the question wrong. That's not real. That's not real life. You can get the same answer as somebody using different work and still be right. In your own way. You got there your own way. You can get the answer wrong to somebody else and still be right in your own way. That's okay. You don't have to not everybody's got to be in agreement on what is and what the answer is. You just don't. You don't got to. It's not realistic. It's not feasible. It's just not. It really does. I look at people all the time who just constantly judge and nag about how somebody has done something or about who somebody is, about whatever it may be. I mean, you guys know the judging from anybody to everybody is ridiculous. I'm a big believer in mind your own business. Like you have nothing to do with what they got going on. It shouldn't bother you. Why does it bother you? Maybe you need to look internally because at the end of the day, this person's not hurting you, threatening your life. You'll be okay. That's simple. You'll be okay. But I say that to say, man, that's just you look in the world today, and people are just. I mean, everyone's at fault for one thing or another. Like it's their fault for this. It's your fault for that. It's everyone's trying to find a reason, an answer. Everyone's trying to find an answer. The answer is not yours to find. Hate it for you. Tough luck, kick rocks. It's not yours to find. Leave it alone, right? If you can't naturally find your answer without blaming somebody or without judging somebody, then you know whose answer it is to find. And that's God. That's his problem. But the moment that you have to step out of your way to then go point fingers at somebody, to go judge somebody or bring somebody down, not even just a person, but a whole people. I'm sorry, now you're acting as God. To me, you're acting as God. You're trying to be the all-knowing, the all-powerful. It's not your place to judge them. We know who's going to judge them. You can have your idea on who it is in your mind. That's fine. But don't go pointing fingers and judging because that's when you start acting as God. And don't go treating them any differently because that's not what God would have us do. Right? I'm just saying. I think people need to hear this because it's time everyone calms down, takes a step back, and just breathe and understand who's in control. Live your life, be the best person that you can be, and don't kick people down, lift people up. And if you can't do that, you need to keep your mouth shut. That's simple. That's simple. Let me get off my soapbox. Good talk. So, man, folks need to hear this. Man, folks need to hear this crap. Let my hat go down. That's how you know I done got mad. Umbrella, umbrella. Ooh, baby, what you talking like that? All right. Let's get into some general news, man. Let's get into some general news. You know who I'm looking for. You know who I'm looking for. Oh, man. Oh, right. Oh, right.
9 suspects in
Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty goes and gets Gucci Mane.
Involved in the robbery and kidnapping of rapper Gucci Mane have been arrested. Officials say the alleged ringleader behind the attack was rapper Pooh Shiesty. Our Preseda Olguin has been on top of this story and has the latest.
Aside from learning that the 9th and final suspect has been arrested, we've been able to obtain video which shows the FBI at Pooh Shiesty's home the day he was arrested. Take a look at that video. This happened in Memphis. Federal authorities say Shiesty was the ringleader behind the attack on Gucci Mane here in Dallas. That incident happened back in January at a music studio located off Dallas Parkway. The DOJ says Gucci Mane and 2 others were allegedly kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint. They say 9 people were involved, including Pooh Shiesty's father and Big 30. For background, Pooh Shiesty signed onto Gucci Mane's record label back in 2020. And according to the DOJ, Pooh Shiesty is the one who set up the meeting to discuss his recording contract.
As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release.
Mind you, bro, put up with a switch. Ridiculous.
From the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items.
Pooh Shiesty was released from federal prison in October and was placed on home confinement for a previous conviction, meaning that it's likely he was wearing an ankle monitor at the time of the crime. Officials say all 9 suspects will be transported here to North Texas, where they will face their crimes. Now, if convicted, each suspect can face life in prison. For now, reporting in Dallas, Preseda Olguin, CBS News, Texas.
Interesting. Let me see. What's his name? Reed Ross. Rick Ross responds to Pooh Shiesty.
Think how you feel about the Guwap Pooh Shiesty situation. I don't like it for either side. You know what I'm talking about? Guwap most definitely didn't deserve that, and I don't want to see this for the little homie Pooh Shiesty, but this one niggas got to be educated and understand. In business, you got to negotiate, my nigga. You got to negotiate. If you were signed for 100K and now you got 10 M's on the table, it's time to negotiate. This is how we do this. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody win. Let's go. That's how I got to go, my nigga. You can't muscle your way out of no shit and no business. It don't go that way. And I ain't just talking about on the people side, but on the other side, the blitz gonna come. You can't run from it, homie. That's the way it goes. Negotiate. It's time to educate. I want to see Young Guwap on the phone together. Us 3 on the phone, nigga. And it ain't nothing to discuss. It was no disrespect. It was no raised voices. Rose just wanted to plant that seed. And I understand one phone call may not fix all the situations, but you want to plant that seed where niggas may be able to move forward one day, get some paper one day. The CMG 1017 tour one day, that was Rose mindset. And I wish nothing but my homies the best. When it come to business, let's negotiate. Niggas can't take the streets to the do. Nigga gonna get a life sentence with that shit, bullshit, nigga. Let's get to the B's. Listen, I'm on that Nino Breeze.
So, as you know, bro, Pooh, I mean, they gonna get liked. So what's crazy to me, let's break it down. Pooh Shiesty and his father and Big 30 are 3 of the 9 that go and hold Rick Ross hostage. First of all, that's insane. And now he says, I believe in the song FDO. He says something about his dad. Something about his dad pretty much putting him on game. Like, this is how you do it, yada, 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 yada. And now this song is ridiculous, to be fair. You look at the lyrics of this, good gracious alive, boy. Ain't nothing but the devil. Ain't nothing but the devil in them lyrics. So here's the question, man. So he does it, obviously. He goes and they go and kidnap Gucci Mane because he wants out of his record deal. All right. Now, let's see. What was... So, if we look here, Pooh Shiesty's record deal, right? The deal involved 1,017 records in partnership with Atlantic Records, which is Gucci Mane's label. Rise to fame. Following the signing, Shiesty released his debut mixtape, Shiesty Season, in February 2021, featuring hit songs like Back to Blood. Contract dispute and legal issues. According to federal court documents, Shiesty reportedly became unhappy with his contract, leading to 2026 incident where he allegedly attempted to force a release from his contract at gunpoint. Shiesty was sentenced to 5 years in prison in April 2022 on federal firearms conspiracy charges, but was also released October 2025. Right. So we know that. I don't know if we'll be able to see his actual deal, what the deal was. I mean, you just look at this. I mean, this is obviously not a dude you want to play with. I just scrolled 1-2 times. Debuts Hell Night, mind you, debut song, crazy work. They link up, right? First song, whatever. Shiesty on So Icy. I remember So Icy, so tough. 2020, Shiesty arrested. Lord have mercy. 2021, Shiesty releases Shiesty Season. 2021, another arrest. Shiesty pleads guilty to federal conspiracy charges. 2022, Shiesty releases Shiesty Season. 24, Gucci Mane drops all 1,017 artists except Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. This is a decision I want to make, Gucci Mane said in a video, announcing he was dropping almost his entire 1,017 roster. 1017 roster. Today, I reached out to all my artists, to their lawyers, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. Gucci chalked the move up to P&L profit and loss decisions. Interestingly, he also revealed he was looking to sign new talent. 2025, Shiesty gets free out of jail after 3 years. Shiesty garners interest from Yo Gotti CMG Records. Has apparently offered a record deal by Yo Gotti and his CMG. Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 headed to Dallas January 10th. Pooh and Big 30 traveled to Gucci Mane's studio in Dallas, Texas, and conducted an armed takeover of a Dallas recording studio. The move was allegedly made in response to a label dispute between Gucci and Shiesty. Many are Ooh, boy, that's a good word. Surmising? Many are surmising that Gucci was less willing to let his star artist depart from CMG than Shiesty anticipated. During the attempted abduction, Gucci was forced to sign a contract at gunpoint. And then, of course, April 2nd, they get arrested. All right. And so I'm with Ross. I'm with Rick Ross in this sense where you need to learn to, I mean, you have to negotiate. Obviously, we know that. Obviously, not obviously. That's the goal for people to know that, for people to understand that, right? You have to negotiate, right? Specifically in business, but even if you look at, now I'm going to like Scarface and stuff like that, but The Godfather, like the gang members, mafia members, let's negotiate. We don't want it to come to war. We want to negotiate first. In this situation, he went straight to war. Now, can you blame him? Not in the sense of, can you blame him because he was messed up? Look at his track record. He don't know negotiate. He's not trying to negotiate nothing. Give me mines or you getting hit upside the head. That's it. That's all you got. Now, if I'm Gucci, I'm not calling this man bluff. You want to be free? So be it. You got it. You ain't finna hold me up in my Dallas home and try to shoot me. You and I got robbed by a father-son duo. And then the cousin came too. I'm suing the whole Shiesty family. I'm sorry. I'm suing everybody. Grandma. He mentioned his grandma. Everybody Pooh Shiesty mentioned in the song FDO, I'm suing them all. He mentioned his grandma. Yes, ma'am, you getting sued too. Welcome to it. I'm sorry. Look, you gotta know Pooh Shiesty don't care about nothing. He don't care about. Look what he said. Look what he said. FDO lyrics. Look what he said here. Look what he said. FDO. Here you go. First things first. Don't let Dirt verse go to your head. Ain't nobody slime as me. Right? What Dirt say? Damn, I forgot. I really don't care that much. But y'all know what he said. Something about something, Pooh Shiesty, something. He more slime to Pooh Shiesty. Dirt supposed to be more slime to Pooh Shiesty, whatever. But then what he say? My grandma told me to keep my grass low the whole time. I'm the snake. A slime. He open about it. He really don't care. P, fine. We know that about you. Unfortunately for you, grandma, you getting sued. Yes, ma'am, you're getting sued. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Anybody that's named in this track getting sued. Mufasa, sued. Goldman, sued. Dirt, triple sued. I'm suing everybody. Let's see. My thing, man. You just, if I am Gucci, like you, like yeah. I mean, you could be gangster yourself. You're gonna test the gangster, whatever it may be, yada yada. That's fine. But brother, what's the point? You let go of all these rappers. You keep him. Obviously, you must have kept him because you realized probably him and Fujiano, like, you learned, all right, man, like these contracts, the contracts I made for them are perfect. The other contracts I'm really not gonna make no money off of. But these two, I'm about to make a killing off of. And obviously, one of them, Pooh Shiesty, was like, he learned probably in jail. I'm sure while he was in jail for 3 years, probably met somebody, was probably going over the contract, meaning like just, yeah, this is what we signed for. And he was probably like, hey, bro, like, Yeah, he doing you bad, right? He doing you greasy. And the whole time in jail, 3 years, he doing push-ups, getting ready to, you know what I'm saying? Marking the X's on Gucci face every day to count the days. He get out of jail and January 26th come, and here he is in Dallas with his pops and his cousin. The question is, what, and this is a big thing in the music industry in general, right? The question is, what was the contract? These 360 deals, you see Drewski's could have been records. Like, it's funny, but he's acting like these producers. And yes, it's exaggerated, but let's be real, man. I should probably get this off the screen. Yes, it's exaggerated, but let's be real. It's an issue. A lot, I said producers, record labels. A lot of these record labels they're no bueno. People not seeing money, and this has been like this since Mike Jack. People not seeing the money that they should be seeing. I mean, they're making all this money off these artists, and they giving them chump change. Now, a lot of these guys, at least in the rap industry, and what they portray, allegedly come from the slums, right? Come from the hood. You know, they may not know any better. They don't have any financially apt. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Anybody that has financial literacy in their circle. So they just get taken advantage of. By who? We're not going to get into it. Yeah, but y'all know. But, yeah, man. It's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. Pooh going to jail for a long time. I would think he's in jail for life. I'm curious to see what happens, but I would think he's in jail for life. Right? I mean, there's just no other way. There's just no other way. But whatever. Shout out them, I guess. Next on the list. You know we gotta talk about my boy, bro. What the hecky? All right, here we go.
Mr. Woods. Mr. Woods. Get you to hang out down here with us, please.
Thank you so much. All right, you got it. All right, thank you. Bye.
Body camera video obtained by CNN affiliate WPBF shows Tiger Woods on the phone after his crash in Florida. He told a deputy he was talking to President Donald Trump.
Just keep you down here with us, please.
Yeah, I was just talking to the president.
Woods was arrested and charged with driving under the influence, with property damage, and refusing to submit for a lawful urine test. He has pleaded not guilty to both charges. CNN reached out to the White House for confirmation on whether a call between Trump and Woods had happened. On Friday, Trump called Woods a close friend when asked about his arrest.
I feel so badly. He's got some difficulty. There was an accident, and that's all I know. Very close friend of mine. He's an amazing person, amazing man, but some difficulty.
Mr. Woods.
Your boy Tiger Woods gets arrested, right? We know that, right? It happened a while ago, man. Man, he just can't figure it out, bro. This is his second time. What's it been, 9 years since the last one?
Breaking news.
The last one was
just into Fox.
20...
New body cam video giving us a closer look at Tiger Woods in the moments after his latest rollover crash and that DUI arrest in Florida. Dana Marie McNichol has the latest on what the newly released video shows and where the case possibly goes from here. And the audio on that, we just got to watch it during the break, so I didn't see the whole thing because it's just too quick to us getting it, Dana Marie. But the audio is really critical because he looks like he's hurt on the ground.
Hi, Harris. That's right. Just getting a first look at this. We
Look at the
know
whip.
officers are.
The whip is on its side, dog. Like, that's some GTA stuff. I just don't know what to. I don't know what to say about the dude no more. Right? The second time he's gotten a DUI, he wrecked his own vehicle. But mind you, the second time that his car has flipped, he has beaten death twice. At some point, you got to come to a realization,
He's
like,
on
hey,
a knee, seemingly shocked this all happened. And we do want to play that audio because you can hear him describing how he was distracted when he hit the car on that road. Take a listen.
All of a sudden, boom. I'm gonna just take a look. I go in and just like take. Is this comfortable for you? Yeah, yeah. You're all right. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool. Show us more. 718 dispatch. Yeah. Why don't you I don't feel anything out of the asshole. We're still gonna have our medic come and check you out. All right. Yeah. All right.
Okay, Harris, after that, we know the officer then walks over to speak with the driver of the other vehicle involved. Now, you can see Tiger Woods' Range Rover completely flipped over onto its side. And this
I didn't mean to do that. That range is smooth.
Breaking news. Just
a better idea of how small the two-lane road, how tight that street is. This is in Jupiter, Florida. Now, the driver of the other truck tells police that he was stopped and getting ready to make a turn when Tiger clipped the trailer behind his truck. Now, the driver of that car does seem to also be in shock, but tells the officer, look, I am not hurt. The video then ends with police on the scene shutting off the road to locals, and then it ends there. So the minute is the newly released body cam video is only about 2 minutes long. This was the latest from the Martin County Sheriff's Office. Broke his silence in all this. He said he is seeking treatment and stepping away from the game of golf. We also know that a judge actually signed him off for rehab in another country because it was stated that he wouldn't be able to do that with enough privacy here in the United States. So this is.
I'm just like at some point, bro. At some point, dog. This is like, bro, it's too much. You need, bro. If you go to rehab with them folks somewhere inside the country, they not worried about you. They trying to get over their own get through. You got too much. You got too much dip on your chip. Let me be honest, man. We don't really care about Tiger Woods. No, I'm not saying we don't care about the man as a human being. I'm talking about if I see Tiger Woods walking on the street, I'm cool, bro. You can go ahead and go about your day. I'm not stressing you. There's no reason for me to sit here and stress about Tiger Woods walking along the street, or we in rehab. Oh, look, Tiger Woods in rehab, and now it's like I'm harassing a man. No, I really don't care about you like that. You're nothing crazy. Oh yeah, I'm on the phone. I was just on the phone with the president. Like, bro. First of all, I don't care. Second of all, I really don't care. Third of all, you're going to jail. Sorry. We'll smell you. I don't know what it is about Tiger Woods. I've never really been a fan. I get it. He's good at golf. Yeah. He's messed up too many times. I think one time's enough. But this is now what, 3-4 times that he's messed up? 2 times with DUI. Let's see. Yeah. The marriage with his ex-wife. What happened? Something happened. Didn't he hit her or something like that? Oh shit, maybe not. I swear I saw this. No, okay, it was allegations. But still, enough is enough. Go home, sit down. Says here, ex-girlfriend, allegedly. Ex-girlfriend Erica Herman filed lawsuits against him following their 2022 breakup, alleging she was tricked into leaving their shared home and forced to sign an NDA with initial claims hinting at sexual harassment. However, Herman later dropped her lawsuit and stated she was never a victim of sexual harassment or sexual abuse. Someone paid off. Or maybe she was just looking for money the whole time. Regardless, you got too much dip on your chip, Tiger. Some folks just need to go sit down, bro. And you're one of them. No one's checking for you no more. Unless you are in the Masters, you got a golf club in your hand and you swinging it like you used to swing it. Even when you are swinging it like that, the moment you step off that golf course, you're a normal person, bro. We're not checking for you, bro. No one's checking for Tiger Woods. Yeah, we don't care about you like that. You're a big name, but you're like, you know what I mean? Like the lower echelon of the big names. You know, they talk about the GOATs of sports. Like everyone's like, oh man, Michael Phelps, Mike Jordan, you know, Ronaldo, Messi, Bron. Oh man, you got Candace out there. You know what I'm saying? You got all these people. Oh, what about that one? Oh man, come on. You remember dude used to black golfer? Oh, you talking about Tiger? Yeah, Tiger. You not coming up off the dome, bro. We gotta think about you. You the black dude that play golf. Yeah. You really PK Subban. You black dude that play golf, black dude that play hockey. That's you. That's how we got to go. I'm not, bro. No one's checking. No one's checking for you. So go sit down. End of story. No one's checking for you. So go sit down somewhere. I wish you the best of luck, though, homie. I do. Man, go to rehab. Get better. When you get out, bro, pop a squat. You done enough. You done enough. I don't know how much I want to get into this topic right here. But I want to get into it. Just a little bit. Ow. So, 3 days ago, Joe Rogan goes on Theo Von's podcast. Theo Von goes on Joe Rogan's podcast. If you can't tell, they get deep. So, I'm going to listen to this on my own time at some point. But
I'm just sick of this shit. And I'm sick of rich people not putting their fucking kids over in these wars and shit like that. Put your fucking honky ass kids up there. Let them go shed some fucking blood.
Especially if you're asking for it.
Especially if you're out there fucking bullshitting, dude. Put your fucking honky little fancy ass fucking kid up there, man. That shit makes me mad, bro.
Well, I think there's also a problem. The people that I've talked to that have served overseas and have been involved and deployed in military operations and seen a lot of shit, a lot of them are of the opinion that you shouldn't be able to make those decisions if you've never been to war. Look, bro, we've been monkeying around with other countries forever. This thing in Venezuela, this real quick thing that happened real quick when they kidnapped a dude in Venezuela. Like,
well, a lot of it say it's because these are the countries that are still outside of the Rothschild's banking system or whatever. Have you seen that thing?
I have not.
Where it's like there's the countries that are still not on that list or something. This is tinfoil stuff, I think. Or it's absolutely true. I have no idea.
There's a lot going on right now, right? Like,
I'm feared, dude. I'm scared. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm scared.
Well, it's a scary time because this is a real hot war.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Everybody just feels scared, and it makes sense.
Well, they should, because a lot of things are getting exposed right now. You know, there's a lot of fraud, and you're seeing it at the highest levels of government. And people are also scared because no one's getting in trouble for things. Like, no one's getting in trouble for the Epstein files. No one's getting in trouble for.
Yeah, that's almost disappeared, kind of.
Well, that's part of what happens when there's some sort of a big social thing. One thing that's in the past that leaders have used to cover up problems at home is a fucking war. I'm not saying that that's why they bombed Iran, but that would be a way to do it if you're that psychotic, you know, and if you were thinking about doing it anyway, you might be able to justify it. People have always done that also to stay in power.
Oh, yeah.
And even Bill Clinton said that about Netanyahu. Bill Clinton said Netanyahu wants war so he can stay in power.
I do think that we've been poisoned.
How so?
Because I think that, like, we find out that a lot of our food is poisonous, right?
Or a lot of our food is not good for us.
Yeah, sorry, not good for us.
Yeah.
So we have we have food that is made to be not good for us, and then we have a healthcare system that'll just kind of take care of you, right? Barely. So then you start to create this other, like, you're going to need your autism gang. They're up there running shit, but then you're going to need this sort of like mollusky, sort of like the worker bees, and that's what the rest of us start to become, is worker bees, because you know your antidepressants killed like the vibe and the energy of so many people, right? Like the opioid epidemic, like you broke apart so many families and ruined hope in so many like kids and parents and homes, and like the COVID, where you shut down recovery rooms and places where people were meeting, and so they were so disconnected. And then it's like you start to wonder why there's no uprisings, because there's nothing rising up inside of you anymore, because a lot of your vitriol has been killed. I think we've been poisoned just enough to, like, it feels like just to hurt, but not like, we just have to start. I think it's a time where, like, we have to try and work on and like look inside of ourselves. And I don't know. Do I sound fucking preachy?
No,
I'm sorry.
No, you don't sound preachy.
What I say at the beginning of the podcast. That's what life has been about. You got to catch on. This has nothing to do with the external. This is solely internal. This is an issue between you and God. And you need to go figure that out. There's nothing that, here's the thing. When I think about what he said, you know, people in charge, uprising. That's not going to do anything. Like that. That's a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. It's just not going to do anything. I'm sorry to say that. What's going to do something is internal growth and healing. The more you do that, the more you spread that awareness, the more people of like minds start to spread that awareness, the more your eyes will open. And now it's not an uprising, it's discernment. And that's what we need. As a world, we need discernment. You have to be able to separate what is from what is being told. What is from what is being shown to you. Discernment's huge. And I know not everybody has that ability. But for the people that do, nurture it. And the only way to nurture that and make it stronger is to create a stronger relationship with God. And also create a stronger relationship with yourself. Build, and grow. That's it. That's what you have to do. That's what you can control. Let's say that. You can control that aspect of your life. So do that. Focus on that. Build on that. Build. And then you will see what you've been looking for. Your answer lies in that question, in that situation. That's where your answer lies. But for people to just like, well, we're going to do an uprising and we're going to bear arms and we're going to. I mean, if you think that's going to work, fine. But I can tell you this. What does violence come from? Who does violence come from? What emotion? No. Who does hate come from? Who does envy, greed, right? That's the question. If you can discernment in real time, you feel yourself getting angry and about to make an emotionally driven decision. Guess who's in control in that moment? Right? And so the question is, what does that really change? If anything at all, what does that change? I don't know that it changes anything, man. I'm sorry. I think that's exactly what they want us to do. Because they know we'll never win that war. And once you cross that line, there's no going back. But once again, if we can breathe, take a step back, look internally, right? Grow our relationship with God and grow our relationship with ourselves. Continue to grow, and look forward and push forward. And most of all, you can't do this without having faith in God, because your fear is going to come from the lack of faith. Your fear is going to stem from, I don't know what's going to happen. Why even do this when there's no telling what's next? Why even? That's where fear starts to build up. But what faith does, what faith does is faith tells you God's got it. One, always in control. Always in control. What's the point in stressing? You can stress, you can get anxious about a situation, right? And then once that situation is over, you look back like, man, God always had me from the jump, from the beginning. And the more situations that you get in like that, you start to realize, man, why stress it? Like, yeah, times may be tough. Times will get tough. Times are going to be tough. That's life. But guess who's always in control? And guess who always brings you through? That's faith. Faith is big, right? Have your faith. Have faith in God. Have faith that God will take care of anything and everything. But you also have to do your part. Prayer without works is dead. Do your part. What can you do? Grow your relationship with God. Grow yourself. Get in the gym. Learn a trick, a trade, right? For some people, that's shooting guns. For some people, that's boxing. For some people, that's bow and arrow. For some people, that's piano. Whatever it is that makes you go, learn a trade. Learn a trick or trade, right? And then you got the physical, you got the mental, you got the spiritual, right? Next thing is like, bro, live that. Just be that. Right? It's hard. Don't get me wrong, because people are going to try you. The Satan will obviously he will come in and start whispering in your ear. It's going to happen, right? Discernment. Understand those emotions. Understand that those negative ones that's not of God. Leave it alone. Keep moving. But live that. Live and be in that. Spread that. I promise you. You'll see change. That's where change happens. Violence doesn't. Violence creates change. Violence creates change, but violence creates change of a revolving door. I believe that wholeheartedly. What have we seen in our time on Earth as a being from the beginning? From the moment that Cain killed Abel, violence, then more violence, then more violence, then more violence. But what if we tried peace? What if we tried like, hey, that's gonna happen. Bad things are gonna happen. Let's try a different way to attack it. I don't know. That's my thing. Let's keep going.
But I think you're on to something. There was some file. I didn't read it, but a bunch of people sent it to me. I just went, oh, Jesus. It was from some Freedom of Information Act or some leak from the 1950s with the CIA. And they were trying to think of different ways to make people docile and stupid and unmotivated.
Yeah.
And they were talking about different medications, putting stuff in food, all these different strategies to keep people stupid.
Yeah. And
like, this is our own government. Us. United States of America.
Well, that's another thing.
Is that not treasonous?
I agree. So why? And yeah, it just feels like there's no recourse. And I know, like, you start to think, well, this is how a lot of people have lived their entire centuries in different countries and stuff like that. Like, they live under this type of oppression and like fear all the time. But it feels new here.
The 1977 leak of documents say, oh yeah, well, actually the government did it. They did all of those terrible things they said they were doing in that previous memo. They did it. And now here's some of the archives that we have from when they did all of those terrible things. So, okay, these documents.
Yeah. Way to go, Kim Iverson. She killed it. She used to be on, which show was she on? Not Breaking Points. What was the show that they did before Breaking Points?
Iverson? It wasn't 227, was it?
She got booted off because Fauci was coming on, and she wanted to question Fauci about the research that led to who knows how many fucking people dying of a man-made disease. That's nuts that your tax dollars pay for that. Them figuring out how to...
At Mouse Game, people are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time. It's like, but it's all the same shit has been happening forever. They haven't been helping anybody forever. They're letting fucking politicians slurp on out. And it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us, and our religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going... It's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us in our right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out. And
they cut it off right where I wanted to get it to. Really what I wanted to get to is right after this. Joe Rogan pretty much tells Theo Vaughn he's got to chill out, like he's saying too much. And so then the question comes, like, because it's Joe Rogan's podcast. Everyone knows Joe Rogan's podcast to be like, you can talk about, Neil deGrasse Tyson's on there talking about space and aliens and whatnot, and you can talk about anything. But then Theo Vaughn says something about a specific group, and Joe Rogan's like, oh, whoa, calm down. No. Do I think that means he's a sellout? No, I don't. He could be a part of that group, but I'm sure they're backing. Let's see. Top partners including Athletic Greens, Black Rifle Company, Manscaped, ExpressVPN, and On It. Other consistent sponsors. I don't know. I'll let you guys do the research yourself, and you know what you're researching. Okay, you know what you're researching. I'll let you guys do the research yourself here. These are the sponsors. You can't talk about a group because of one reason or one reason only. You can do the research. I'm not looking it up. Boom. So no, I don't think that he is, in quotes, sellout or whatever it is they say. But I do believe he probably has a lot of sponsors that he's got to appease, and they have people that they have to appease. Right? It's just a big chain of command. That's why it's important. That's why it's important. Once again, discernment.
Breaking news.
Do research.
I'm sick of this shit, and I'm sick of
crap. Sorry. If you're getting into business and you got sponsors, and you're going to have sponsors, you need to do research. You need to know not only who these people are, but who they associate with and who those people associate with. Because I mean, unless you want to be in that mix, in that crossroads of someone's asking you something, asking you a favor or whatever it may be, and you sitting there stuck. You're either gonna have to do it or now you're out a bunch of money. Rather than getting with, good people from the jump, which is that's obviously gonna be hard. But discernment. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think about this Joe Rogan thing, man. It's interesting. It's very interesting to me. Alrighty. All right, hey. Switch the flow a little bit. We're gonna start getting into just a little bit of sports, not so much sports updates and news yet, but something that I think is very cool and I think will work personally. Bro, I'm gonna get a new mouse. Bang! Trump's new executive order aims to limit NCAA athletes to 5 years and 1 transfer. Let's read. President Donald Trump signed an executive order Friday designed to limit how long athletes can play college sports and how often they can transfer between schools. The order directs the NCAA to create rules that mandate college athletes can play no more than a 5-year period and allows them to transfer schools only once before they graduate without having to sit out a season. The rule changes are scheduled to go into effect August 1st. A school that plays an athlete who doesn't meet these new limits could risk losing its federal funding. That's hard. That's hard. I'm so sorry, y'all. I was supposed to send this link to somebody, to a friend, and I forgot to send it to her. Shout out Rekka. Shout out Rekka. She know who she is. The homie. Let me find it really fast, y'all. Give me a second. Oh, I'm so sorry. But all right, we back in. The order also states that NCAA should update its rules to create a national registry for player agents and create policies that prevent schools from cutting scholarships or other opportunities for women in Olympic sports in order to pay their athletes. End quotes. College sports cannot function without clear, agreed-upon rules concerning pay for play and player eligibility that can't be endlessly challenged in court, as is the case now. The White House said in a news release about the order, okay? So, this is long, right? So far, 33 men have joined or said they plan to join the lawsuit. Wait, oh, this is somebody's back pain. I want to know about the... Oh, Lord have mercy. I had to scroll too far. Okay, so it's not that long. But I just want to know how many people have, signed the bill or... This executive order identifies some of the key issues facing college sports, including continued funding for women's and Olympic sports. Congress should continue to have bipartisan discussions about how to increase revenue to meet these goals. I'm glad to know the president wants Congress to pass something. All right, so moral of the story, right? You get 5 years, 1 transfer. I think that's fire. I think that's perfect, to be fair. Because it's too much. You should not be 27, 28, playing with 18, 19-year-olds. It's too much, bro. It's simply too much. You can't do anything. As an 18-year-old, yes, you can have all the skill in the world, but biology takes over. Someone who has had... Let's say you graduated at 18, you go to college, start college career at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 7 years. All right, there's a lot of 6 years. 7 years of college. Let's say 7 years of college. You've had 7 years of collegiate training. compared to a guy that just has some high school training. Yes, he may be skilled. She may be skilled. But biology takes over. You're stronger. You're faster, right? You're more athletic now. It's unfair. I think 5 years is perfect. I went 5 years and then I was done. I had another year of eligibility. Dude, I was 22 when I graduated. That's time. It's time to get out of here, bro. I got nothing left. I got nothing left to show, to prove. I wasn't going to the league. I'm P. I'm solid. And I realistically think the only people who do stay later are people who have aspirations or have an ability to go to the league. I'm not saying that I didn't. I think more me personally, just not to get off topic, I was sick of the place I was at. I couldn't, and I didn't want to transfer again. But I did not want to go back to the school I was at, bro. I just wanted to go ahead and call it wraps. It was over with. But yeah, man, I think that's going to be good for us. You know, I think if it does get passed, I think you'll see a lot more. I think you'll see it won't be the same as what it used to be in the sense of like the main schools being, you know, SEC schools and Power Five. Like I don't think it'll be the same as what it used to be. I think you're going to start seeing the schools with the best sponsors. To start off, they'll probably have the best athletes, of course. But I think then it'll switch to, instead of them paying the athletes a buku amount of money, because it'll be more about development at that point. Like you're gonna have a team. Like if you can only transfer once, you're not just gonna have a fresh team every year, right? So you bring in a team, you need to have the resources to be able to develop these players. So that way, by the time they're juniors, they're seniors, they're competing for national championships on any sport on any level, right? That would be my mindset, right? Because if you can transfer once, if I can show you, yes, I can get you paid, but at the same time, I can also make you NBA level player. I can also bring you championships. You'll have a good time here. You'll have a lot of fun. There you go. That's all you need. That's all you need, right? As of right now, people are just throwing money to the biggest players. Like, come play for me. Here goes some chicken. Here goes some chicken. Here goes some chicken. Come on. And it's doing well, of course, you know, but chemistry wise, obviously, you're seeing a lot of teams that should have been good that either lost or talking about March Madness, either lost earlier, you know, didn't make it or whatever it may be. It's because your chemistry's off. You're not developing these players. You're not building no chemistry. You're just throwing some chicken at them, expecting them to go out there and win you a championship. Not going to happen. So I'm curious to see if this goes through or not. I hope it does, personally. I like the idea because obviously right now it's out of control and there needs to be some regulations on it. I swear, someone keeps texting me and I'm not getting any text messages. All right. On to the fun stuff. Yeah. Today. You know we got to get into some sports news. First things first, though, I got to pee, so y'all going to give me a quick little second. I'm sorry. Give me a quick little second. Back in action, back in action, back in action, back in action. Big. I'm big in action. There you go. Alrighty. Sports news. Monday recap. Starting in the NBA. So we'll go into some NBA deals. NBA standings to start off. Alrighty. Eastern Conference. Got the Pistons, 57-21, number one, man. They're still 3-game win streak without Kay Cunningham. Got to respect that. Celtics, 53-25. 3-game win streak, just 4 games back of the Pistons. 7 games back of the Pistons. You got the Knicks, who made a quick little turnaround on a 2-game win streak, 50-28. Got to respect that. Cavs coming in number 4, 49-29. On a 2-game win streak, 8 games back. Hawks, 45-33. 4-game win streak, 12 games back. Nice. 76ers, 43-35. Obviously lost the last game. That scared the crap out of me. Raptors, 43-35, right? Tied for 6th, I guess. Hornets, 43-36. Shout out the Hornets. Magic, 42-36. Heat, 41-37. Obviously, you got the Bucks, the Bulls, the Nets, the Pacers, the Wizards. It's crazy to think that the Pacers are not the worst team to ever play the game of basketball this year. I don't know how the Wizards are worse than them. 6 in a row is not going to cut it. 6 in a row is not going to cut it. That's probably why. Western Conference. Got the Thunder, 62-16. 5-game win streak. Spurs, 59-19. Lost their last game to the Nuggets, which was a fire game. Lakers, 50-28. Lost their last 2 games. They played last night. There's no way they lost because they were not playing a good team, but I guess they did. Who did they play? Oh, they played the Grizzlies. I mean, the Mavericks. Yes, they played the Mavericks. Sorry. Nuggets coming in at 4. The Lakers at 50-28 is so crazy. How the hell did they make it? Like how did they you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Nuggets, 50-28 coming in 4th place on an 8-game win streak. Yeesh. Rockets, 49-29, 6-game win streak. Timberwolves, 56-32 on a 3-game losing streak. Suns, 53-35 on a 1-game win streak. Clippers, 40-38, 1-game win streak. Trailblazers, 40-38 on a 3-game win streak. Warriors, 36-42 on a 4-game losing streak. To see the Warriors here is crazy to me still, right? So yeah, man, that is the NBA standings. Let's get into a little bit of the Lakers here. So obviously the Lakers lose to the Mavericks, which if you bet, I put money that the Lakers would lose. But the Lakers are down Luka and Reeves. And I'm trying to figure out how to find this bad boy. Give me a quick second. Give me a quick second, you guys. Doncic injury. No, I don't want to watch that. Luka Doncic injury. Hamstring. No, I don't want to watch none of that crap. All right, regardless. They are down Austin Reeves, and they're down Luka. Okay.
Austin Reeves now joins Luka Doncic on the sideline, getting an injury in the exact same game in the blowout versus OKC.
But how, as a group, you are supposed to regroup in light of this news, guys?
Yeah, this is unfortunate. I mean, they were just starting to reach their ceiling. This is what we all wanted to see from the Lakers, offensively, obviously. Defensively, I think JJ and the staff have done a great job of mixing up defenses, keeping those guys engaged, communicating, keeping the offenses off balance. It's really unfortunate for them right now. But unfortunate part about it is this roster is not built to not have those guys. You have some rosters that can sustain it a little while with their main guys out. This roster is not built to sustain it.
The
Without
roster's not built to be in the position they're in right now to start with.
Yeah.
So the fact that, you know, these two guys are out, I mean, you never know. You try to hold down the fort. You try to hold on to that playoff spot you're in now and get to the playoffs, and maybe something happens. It doesn't look good, and it doesn't look like that's going to be there.
All right. I'm not trying to hear what they got to say. You got Bron James. You know how Bron going, bro. Y'all know the story. The script is already written. It's already there. You're out, Austin. You're out, Luka. Bron is going to come out at 41 years old and add to his resume because it's part of the script. It's just going to happen. It just is. He's going to come out and he's going to dominate. They're going to come back, and then so I don't know what's going to happen after that. I think potentially even Bronny gets some touches, and he kind of finds his groove, and it's the him and Bron show. I think that is part of what's going to happen. I do, because why wouldn't it? I mean, you got to think. I don't know. Trent's better at this part of it, at the NBA part of it, because I really don't. I don't even know who they're going to play. I mean, they're a 3 seed. Don't ask me. The 8 seed. They play the 8 seed. I don't know. I don't know how the tournament works. But 50-28, 2-game losing streak with them 2 out, which you hate to see that, but they're going to have to turn it around quick. Not many games left in the NBA season. Let's see. Z means clinched, right? Clinch. Okay, let's show you guys this. Clinch conference. Y clinch division. Y they clinch the division. X clinch playoff berth. Oh, so how does that work? How do they get to the playoffs? And they don't. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Regardless, not many games left, so they got to lock it in. Shout out to them Lakers, man. Shout out to them Lakers. But they did go last night against a man on a mission. Coot flag, salute the flag with 2 G's. I'm not trying to watch the full highlights though. Too much. 40. My boy Coot flag with a 45 twin.
Flag switches direction.
My boy Coot flag with a 45. Come on, man. Yeah, that's and 1, right? They called the foul. He's been playing out of his mind. I think he went for 50-something the other day. Too small. He's not, he's not fast, right? You see, he don't really have any burst to him. He's like a Luka-esque, Dirk-esque movement type of guy, right? Like, that's not a fast move. It's effective. It allows him to get to his spot and get the shot off. That's all you need. Get to your spot, get the shot off. Right? Here we go. We got ball, left hand kick, dunk me's. I really wanted the Mavericks to be good this year. I mean, it seems like they're missing another. Seems like they're missing another person, another good athlete. Look at Bron. Look at Bron right here. Bron was sick. But yeah. I mean, I tell you one thing he does, boy, he gets to that racky act. He gets there, and that boy can finish too. Oh, come here. See, like this is a mismatch. You really can't guard me. I mean, I'm cooking him all day. I'm cooking him all day. That boy Pooh flag went for 45 points. And just the other day, what was it? Yesterday, the day before? The day before goes for 51. So this is yesterday. This is 2 days ago. He's on a heater. He's on a heater. Shout out Coop, man. Next in NBA news, man. Next in NBA news. Let's see. What's my boy? Y'all know my boy. Look, a lot of y'all was commenting on my comments on Mac McClung. Man, Mac McClizzy, Mr. McClizzy himself, bro. I mean, y'all not finna sit here and say, look. He gets some run. Yesterday, they only give him 11 minutes. He threw him 9 points, 5 for 7, 11 minutes, 8 points. Give him some tick. But Mac McClung goes on to win G League MVP. Second time, mind you. Second time winning the G League MVP, bro. I mean, it's crazy. Let's see him get some crunch time minutes here. Let's see him get some crunch time minutes for the Bulls. He does run the two-way contract. Oh my gosh, get to the rack. I need a foul. Yeah, they called a foul. Hey, look at his number one fan right here. His number one fan right here on the bench, bro. He's like, hey. Hey, shout out Mac McClung, man. Shout out his number one fan, bro. But look, I mean, what you can't say is that's not. Look, I know it's the Suns. The Suns aren't a bad team. But, I mean, we get to the rack. If he can learn to finish this, maybe not so much come up, but come under. You're athletic enough to come under. Maybe not so much, right? Go underneath and finish on the other side of the rim. Now we're looking at something different, right? I think that's what they're worried about. Yes, he can score, but he at his size, his athleticism, we gotta finish those like consistently, right? And maybe that's maybe that's what it is. I don't know. All right, Matt, get to it. Yep, great pass. Oh my gosh, Colin Sexton, Trey balls. Come on, look at him down low. Look at him, workhorse. Look, he fighting for a spot in the NBA, man. That's him. Yeah, foul on 3. We going the other way. Wait, foul on Mac? Oh, but it is. Y'all know who it is, bro. You got to watch out for homie, bro. Something wrong with that dude. He messed up in the head. Something wrong under the hood. Check engine light. That's that dude. Good pass. And 1. I mean, okay. I'm trying to break his game down a little bit. I mean, I tell you one thing. Them boys are hacker. Bro, look at this. Look at the way his back moves here. Bro put his whole elbow. Hey, I know that didn't feel good. But he fight for a spot. And they're going to make it hard on him. I think he deserves it. Y'all know me. I'm a Mac McClung fan, bro. I've been watching him since high school. Look at this. That is a foul all day. Drop it off to my boy. Good finish. He's effective on the... I mean, he is... See. There it is. That's why you're not in the league. You have to. This is an open shot. That's open. You have to finish this. I need you to finish this. He's explosive. He's quick. But you have to finish those. Yeah, you gotta finish that, bro. I'm sorry. That right there gets you more minutes. That right there gets you more minutes. You start finishing those. You start putting ball in basket. You're gonna get some more minutes. That's a great finish. That should have been an and one. That's a great finish. All right, so we know he can get to that racky act. We need to see him shoot some Trey Beezies. He missed it, but he got fouled. He got fouled. Is he good, man? Get up, dude. Oh, he stepped on his ankle. Yeah, flagrant. Dylan, see? Good pass, boy. You gotta hit that. Now, this dude is quick. We're looking at Cooper Flag, and we're looking at him like, bro, he's fast. And, bro, that's Jalen Green he's blown by. Mind you, an athletic guy. He's got the tools. We just got to put ball in basket. If we can consistently put ball in basket, we are in the league. And we are what I think a 6-man or a starter for some teams, bro. That's simple. I think he would be a good 6-man because he's a spark plug on the bench. He'd be a good spark plug. He's getting, and this isn't garbage time. This is crunch time minutes. They probably put him in because they need him to score. Look at Dylan Brooks. Right, he's on Dylan. He's on Dylan Brooks. Colin, stop fouling, dude. Yeah. Shout out Mac McClung, man. I'm a Mac McClung fan. I am. And shout out the Hornets too. Shout out the Hornets, really making a run. Let's look there because the last look Hornets all-time threes. I think it was against the Pacers. Nipple, fastest player in NBA history to reach 100 3-pointers made is crazy. Hit 10 threes versus the Wizards. Was that a month ago? No. It was against the Kings, I think. Was it against the Kings? I forgot, y'all. Kings, Hornets, Charlotte. Fastest to 200 threes, no. 250 plus threes in the NBA season. Colin Nipple definitely gonna go for the he's definitely gonna go for the joint for the rookie of the year for surely. Whatever, man. We move on, man. We move on. All I know is shout out the Hornets, man. They hooping, bro. They getting their buckets in. Alrighty. Man. We're gonna end with MLB. So we're gonna go next to March Madness. March Madness bracket. Let's see where we are, you guys. All right. So, UConn beats Duke. Of course, Arizona beats Purdue. Of course. Final Four, UConn beats Illinois. Michigan puts BTA to Arizona. Now, let's talk about this. In this game, 26, Arizona shot 36% from the field. Michigan shoots 47%, 44% from three, 35% from three. They shot a higher percentage with more shots. Like, with more shots. Like, you know what I mean? Like, free throws, 68%. I'm not going to cut it. 81%. Rebounds, 44. This right here. You're going to lose every game like this. And that goes back, that goes to what I have to say about this game. Jay Bradley gets in foul trouble early. Okay. So that leaves Burries to pretty much take the brunt of running the offense. Now, as a freshman, this is tough, right? You're a freshman. You now have to facilitate the offense in the Final Four, and it's not like you haven't been able to do that in other games, but in this game specifically, which is a high moment against a great team, and your guard is now out. Yeah, pressure's on you, and you can tell because look, 4 for 16. 2 for 10 from 3, right? Played over 10 more minutes than Jay Bradley, had the same amount of points. And he was shooting it well, bro. If he could have just toned down the fouling, I think this game would have been different. If he doesn't get in foul trouble, Jay Bradley, this game is different. But it left Burries to run point guard. And if anyone watched the game, they had, as you can see here, with 5 assists all game, there was no offense. And it's so easy to play defense against a team when you know that they're making maybe one pass and then they're shooting the ball. That's what it was. It was whoever has the ball coming down the court is either going to shoot it, he's going to pass it once, and then they go shoot it. Regardless, somebody's shooting it early in the clock, and we getting rebounded. We pushing the effort. Let's look at this game recap. Advertisements. Ew. No ads, man. Y'all can't see no ads. Not till it comes on. We're not getting paid for this crap. We're getting paid for this. Not doing that. Alrighty. Here we go. First of all, Gordo, 3. Man. I ain't know bro was like that, bro. I did not know bro was like that. He's crazy. He's crazy, bro. Finish. So look at this. Look at the offensive play for Arizona. I just want y'all to focus on that. The Duncan time. He came off the bench going stupid. Look at the offensive play for Arizona. Right? It's a great finish, but we're forcing ball down low. We're forcing ball to basket. We're not getting there efficiently or effectively. Look, right? Good cut, good pass, Duncan time. I'm on your noggin. Right? Pass rock. Good pass, good dime, and 1. He went crazy this game. Yep. I see you going. That's easy. Mara went crazy. Shout out Mara. All right. They put Lindenborg back in the game, which I thought they should have never done. He said that he wanted to go back in the game. I think that's more a pride thing. Of like, oh, I'm hurt, but I need to be out there with my boys. It's 48-32. Like, unless game get tight, sit down. At no point did he look comfortable. Whatever. We keep going. All right. You see that I'm not showing a lot of. See, one pass, I'm going up. Like, yes, he finished, but like that was the game all game. Yep, trying to force it, which is not the offense they're trying to run. Here come my boy. Give me that shit. They call goaltending though. Yep, Mara. Yep, Duncan time, bro. 64-41 right now, bro. I got Rock. He was stroking that thing all game. Pause. He was stroking that thing all game. Go down the court, pull it. You know what I mean? Like, really pay attention to the offense, bro. They're not. The reason they lost this game is because they had no offensive scheme. It sounds like coach didn't do no. Come down the court, pull it. Like, bro, and I get it. Like, people say it was getting late, whatever it may be. Like, I get that. I get that, but like, bro, And I tried to go back, but it didn't go back. I guess it went forward, which is kind of weird. I don't know. Just bad hoops. To me personally, that was terrible hoops from, and I think TG would agree. From Arizona, there was no game plan. It was just go out there. There was a game. There may have been a game plan if Bradley was playing, but there was no backup plan to if he went out. And he went out, and you lost everything. There was momentum was bad. We weren't running plays. Maybe that's Burries. Maybe Burries didn't know some plays. I don't know, but we got to play. We're in the Final Four. We have to come better prepared than that. I'm sorry. If I'm I don't know who the head coach reports to. If I'm whoever that is that he reports to, we got to sit down and have a conversation. I'm not saying that you're fired, but I'm saying like that was embarrassing and that can't happen again. You need to prepare better. That is your job. I pay you to prepare for these situations. Yes, you got to the Final Four, great, but we just got exposed, and you as a coach just got exposed because you just showed the world that you are unprepared. 91-73. That's terrible, y'all. That's terrible. Yes. So now you got UConn and Michigan coming up here. That is actually tonight. I'm curious to know who you guys think is going to win. Now, shout out Lindenborg. I mean, that he was not moving well the other day. We'll see if he plays today. I don't know. I think he will. I just don't know how well he'll be moving. But this game comes on tonight at 7:50 p.m. Central. 7:50 p.m. Central Time. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna lock in. Alrighty. I'm not really gonna break down the Illinois UConn game. I mean, it was a solid game. I think UConn just kind of bested them. I do know Mirkovic, who is usually a bigger part on their team, obviously was not very effective this game. But UConn wise, they have good. Shout out Mullins. Maybe not. Maybe I was tripping. With the rebounds. Yeah, maybe I was tripping. Ball tough. He had a good game. Mullins had a good game. Of course, Mullins is putting that ball in basket. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I just let me be transparent, y'all. Looking at UConn's team and looking at Michigan's team, like these are hoopers, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They said they got 9 starters. They didn't lie, bro. These boys can go. They're athletic. They're big. They can shoot. Gordo is an app. No, not Gordo. I've been calling him Gordo. Cadeau? I don't know. Ain't no stopping, bro. He's tough. And let alone like what is this? Let me see last game. Let me go back to last game. He had, mind you, 10 assists, double. Yes, he shot 17 times. There were times where he could have shot more. And he passed instead. But he was still shooting that thing. And don't get me wrong, he was still hitting. Right? 13 points, not bad. This right here, that's gonna be the issue. He's the outlier. If you don't got nobody to check him, it's over with. Because bro is tall and he put ball in basket. That's what he does. You got dude off the bench, McKinney. He coming off the bench shooting. He ready to go. He's hot. He's ready to go. Other than that, Burnett, solid, right? Good guard. Lindenborg, will see what happens with him. Even with a hurt knee, he came out, hit 2 threes. I mean, obviously, he's their most efficient scorer. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I just think UConn's gonna have to come to play. Once again, you need an offensive scheme. You need a defensive scheme. Someone's got to stop Mara. I don't know who that's going to be, but someone's got to stop him. Moving on to March Madness. Women's. I see some women's. Alrighty. Final four. South Carolina put BTA to UConn, and I mean BTA. UCLA, BTA to Texas. You can say it's not. They were in control all game, felt like. Great game. Before we get into the championship, obviously we know UCLA won. Before we get into the championship, let's go ahead and look at what's his name, y'all? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Gino. I just want to see what he said at halftime. Hey, she said, Dawn, let it go. Dawn's not letting it go, bro. Dawn's ready to go. Simple as that. Dawn's on head. And I respect that.
You can ask Gino the question. You know, he's the one that initiated the conversation. I don't want, what happened there to dampen what we were able to accomplish today.
For 41 years, I've been coaching and I've been, 25 Final Fours. And the protocol is before the game, you meet at half court. Anybody ever see that before? Two coaches meet at half court and they shake hands. Correct? You ever see it? They announce it on the loudspeaker. And I waited there for like 3 minutes.
Let me tell y'all something. You can call me crazy all you want to. That's his racism showing. It wasn't the fact that he waited there for 3 minutes. He feels like he's too good to be waiting on. Okay, let me step back. I had a realization during that conversation, during me saying that. Maybe it's not his racism. Maybe it's not racism. It could be a collective of a lot of things. But I think he feels he's too good to be waiting on anybody, let alone a black woman. That's how I feel. Obviously he's a man of high stature. He's been to the like you said, 25 times to the championship, right? Or tournament, whatever it is. I think a little bit has to do, it's so funny because in every way, and maybe it's, I really only see it in the women's basketball, but they make race so big. Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. Oh, it's black versus white. UConn versus South Carolina. It's black versus white. And then you look at Gino, and that immediately pops up in your head when this happens is, oh, that racism starting to show. It's like, now it could be, but then it couldn't be, right? I mean, you just never know, man. You just never know. I do think a bit of this was his ego being bruised. She made him wait 3 minutes, which is, bro, like, you could have dealt with that then. You could have, like, what was you doing? You gonna make me wait for 3 minutes? And then she says whatever, and then you go about your day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're two very well-respected coaches. You could have dealt with this better, but obviously your boy did not deal with this well at all. Whatever, bro. He then goes on to apologize, of course, saying that he was out of line, whatever. We're really not checking for that. A couple years ago, he said that he called South Carolina's team a bunch of thugs because they play aggressive. Like, bro, like, it's stuff like that you just, it makes you question a man's character. Like, who really are you, bro? Like, you may not think much of it, but that's, to you, that's just natural response coming out. To most folks, that's like, yo, pause, right? Let's hold on that. Alrighty. Into
yes to a rotisserie.
No. UCLA, South Carolina. South Carolina got that ass tapped. It was not good. It was not good. Shout out Gabriella. What is it? Waquez? Waquez? I don't know. Shout out her. 33 minutes. She went for 21 points. She's tough. Neepkins, 15 points. Lauren Betts, 14 points. Like, tough. They were hooping, bro. They in all aspects, this looked like Arizona, Michigan, and UCLA's Michigan. These girls were not missing, bro. Going crazy. Gabriella was going crazy. Couldn't miss for one. On top of that, she plays so hard, right? It was like the dying minutes of the game, and she's still diving on the ground while they're up by over 20 points. Like, you just don't see that, right? The difference, South Carolina, bro, they just like 14 from Tessa, 11 from Maker, right? I mean, Joyce Edwards, 3 for 10. It's just a tough, 1 for 5, 3 for 6, right? 1 for 7. It's just a tough game for them. Nothing was falling. And I feel for them because it was like the third quarter, and they just looked completely defeated. And Dawn looked defeated on the bench. I'm curious to know, maybe it was a locker room thing. But something had to, the way that they were playing all game and the way that Dawn Staley specifically was she just looked defeated so early, was like something had to, like, it's just out of the normal. It's just out of the normal from what we know from them. I hate to see them go down, man. You know what always gets me is like I think Gino was talking about it after UConn lost, but like the seniors, that's always tough. Like, if you know you're not going to the league, you get here and this is how you lose in a championship, bro. Yeah, that kills the soul, man. So yeah, man, they go on, they lose this game. I mean, it is ugly. It is ugly. 30 for 69, 18 for 62. I mean, 29% from the field. 13% from 3-point line. 9 assists, 23 assists. It was ugly, man. And I really think that Lauren Betts was the difference maker for UCLA. Don't get me wrong. Gabriella was getting hers. Gianna was getting hers, right? Lauren got hers, but these rebounds, bro, they couldn't hold her. They even let they say Gabriella's a forward, but she moves more like a guard. But she goes for 10. But bro, they couldn't hold Lauren. Lauren Betts was getting rebounds buku. Like, it was like everything that came off the rim, she at least got her fingers on. Yeah, man. So shout out them. Good game to watch. We got obviously the men's championship tonight. So tune into that. I'll make sure y'all tune in. We'll talk about it tomorrow. You know, I'm live every day this week, right? Gotta love that. So I say every day this week, Monday through Friday, every day of the work week. Next, My thing. This is my area now. This is my area now. Let's talk baseball. Let's talk baseball. A quick little update on baseball. Quick little update on baseball. New York Yanks are 7-2, of course, ahead of the American League East. Tampa Bay Rays 4-5, Toronto Blue Jays 4-5, Baltimore Orioles 3-6, and my Boston Red Sox 2-7. We're gonna get into it. Don't worry. Cleveland Guardians 6-4, Kansas City Royals 4-5, Detroit Tigers 4-5, Chicago White Sox 4-5, Minnesota Twins 3-6. Shout out the Guardians. Houston Astros have really been putting a lot of BTA to teams. The way they were doing the Athletics, I know they lost last night, but the way they've been doing the Athletics this past weekend was crazy. Los Angeles Angels 5-5, Texas Rangers 4-5, Seattle Mariners 4-6, Athletics 3-6. Miami Marlins leading the National League East at 6-3. New York Mets 6-4, Atlanta Braves 6-4, Philadelphia Phillies 5-4, Washington Nationals 3-6. Let's go to the National League Central. Milwaukee Brewers lead the Central 7-2, Pirates 6-3, Cincinnati Reds 6-3, St. Louis Cardinals 5-4, Chicago Cubs 4-5. Now to the Central West. We've got Central West, National League West. We've got the Dodgers 7-2, Arizona Diamondbacks 5-5, Padres 4-5, Rockies 3-6, Giants 3-7. So yes, let's see here. First of all, a lot of fun. I love baseball. It's on every day, all day. I love it. It's the best. Let's go ahead and dive into my Red Sox. So this don't look good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses early. Astros sweep us. Beat the Padres game 1. Boom, boom. Now, obviously, this was our home opener. This win, the first win, 5-2 against the Padres, was our home opener. This game,
American Idol can change my life, and
because the score is 3-2. I just want to pull up the box score. The score is 3-2, right? Until you get to, or the score. I'm sorry, the score is 2-2 after the 8th, right? We get to the 9th inning, and you already know who's coming in the game. Big Yappy. Big Yappy's coming in the game, right? We need him to lock it in. His stuff just did not look sharp. It just did not look sharp at all. Let me see if this shows it. What is this? It may. There he is. I mean, just we throw the splitter. It looks like the splitter that just doesn't split. Let's see. This is runner on second. 2 outs. Runner on second, 2 outs. Throws a splitter, just does not split, and it is hit. Right? And then this is our issue. No, I like Roman Anthony. I'm a Roman Anthony guy. Through and through. I think he's going to be great. Fortunately, he may be a first baseman. This may be a guy you put at first base. No arm. I mean, look at this throw. You're not far. You're not that far. You're probably halfway in outfield. You're coming in, charging in. That ball should be on a line to the catcher. In the air. In the air. Not only does he bounce it, but he throws it way off. Our guy here gets to third base. Chapman then ends up getting out of the inning. And, of course, the best closer in the game now. I think the best 2 closers are on these teams. Number 1, Mason Miller. Number 2, Aroldis Chapman. But the best closer in the game now, Mason Miller, is now up. And how in the hell are you supposed to hit that? How are you supposed to hit that? I knew. I said this. I said, when Chapman came out, I said that we have to get out of this inning. I'm sorry. We needed to get out of that inning unscathed. We didn't need to give up any runs, and we did. We gave up runs. We gave up 1 run because I knew we were not going to touch Mason Miller. We are not in a point in our season right now where we are hitting the ball well. Now, last game against the Padres, we kind of turned it on a little bit, scoring 4 runs, I believe, but it wasn't enough as they scored 6. But for us, we're not at a point where we can hit the ball that well right now. So Mason Miller coming in the game it's ball game as soon as he touches the mound. So down goes Marcelo. They don't show the rest, of course, whatever. That's ball game. Some stats from this game. Roman Anthony, 2 hits, right? DH Sauce left field, which they need to DH him. They put Duran in left field. Trevor Story. There are some things that we have to figure out. Out of our lineup, I like 1, 2, 3. Wilson is a great at bat, bro. Wilson Contreras and Wilyer Abreu back to back. If I'm coach, I'm starting it like this. I'm going Jarren Duran, Roman Anthony, Trevor Story. I'm going Wilson, Wilyer. I'm going. I like Rafael in the 9 hole. I'm going Narvaez, Marcel, Durbin, Rafael. I think that's where I'm going. But early starts, 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 walks. Now, we do not currently have Garrett Whitlock. I believe he's coming soon. But yeah. Just unfortunate for us there. Just unfortunate loss for us there. The last game 3 here, we lose 8-6. I'm sorry, 8-6. Walker Buehler goes 2 2/3 with 3 hits, 4 earned, 3 walks, 4 Ks. We shelled him. I knew we would shell him. On our side, we go Ranger Suarez, 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Another guy that is, still getting comfortable with his Red Sox gear, his Red Sox uniform. Greg Weiser, the dog, MLB The Show legend. He gives up 2 earned. It's just our bullpen again. Our bullpen has to be better, man. It just has to be better. I like our team. I like our swingers. We got some good bats, but we got to be better, man. Bullpen's got to be better. I like our starters, but I don't know. So that's your Red Sox. Now, let's get into just a little bit more here. Let's talk about our boy getting called up from AAA, Connor Griffin. MLB's number 1 prospect, Connor Griffin, collects a hit in his first AB. Connor Griffin is a dog. Connor Griffin is a dog, bro. I'm a huge fan of this guy. I watch him in spring training a lot. He played the Red Sox. I think he hit 2 home runs and a double against us or some crap like that, or a home run and 2 doubles, some crap like that. But it was just unfair the way he was doing us. First AB against the Baltimore Orioles. You got Connor Griffin up with a runner on first, 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Good swing through. Here's a phenomenal swing, right? A good-sized kid. With this, just a beautiful righty swing. Batted .333 in the minors with 21 bombs and 94 RBIs. Yeah, it was about that time for him to get called up. He's 0-1 here. Great take. We're living off that. Now we're 1-1. Swinging again, right? That is, I mean, and I don't know. Obviously, I've never played in the major leagues, but that pitch has to look so enticing. I mean, they get so many swings and misses on that pitch for you to throw it 3 times in a row. And then they come back 1-2. I'm guessing he has to go heater here. Nope. He goes slider again. At some point, he's got to throw the heater. I mean, look at that break, bro. Look at that break. Oh my gosh. How are you supposed to touch that? 1-2 once again. Curveball. He throws the banger and he smacks it double off the wall. Scores a run. And he gets his first hit in his first at bat. It's sick. Good for him. Shout out Connor Griffin, bro. He's going to be a great player. Obviously, people are going to sit there and try to compare him, and they're going to try to give him this ceiling or these projections of what he needs to be or what he's going to be, yada yada. Let him play his game. He's going to be everything that he needs to be. He's going to be everything that he needs to be, but you got to let him play his game. He's good. He's going to be a great player, and I think he knows that. And I think the organization knows that. But the media is going to try to create this narrative of he's the next whatever. No, he's the next Connor Griffin, and he's going to be phenomenal. That's simple. It's that simple. Nice. Now, last thing on our list for today. ABS. Shout out to John Boy Media. I love John Boy Media. Not abs. ABS baseball.
Automated ball strike challenge system powered by T-Mobile is coming to Major League Baseball's regular season, starting on open.
Sorry, I couldn't even see.
Challenge system powered by T-Mobile is coming to Major League Baseball's regular season, starting on opening day in 2026. With ABS Challenge, players can flip a missed ball or strike in a crucial moment. The review only takes about 15 seconds, and fans get to see the result almost in real time on the scoreboard. So, how exactly does it work? Immediately after the umpire makes the call, players can challenge the ball or strike call. Only the batter, the pitcher, or the catcher can initiate this challenge. There cannot be any assistance from the dugout or other players. Players signal a challenge by tapping their hat or helmet. Hawkeye cameras then track the location of the pitch relative to the batter's strike zone. And the result transmission is powered by T-Mobile's 5G network to determine whether the challenge is successful or not. Each team starts the game with 2 challenges. If the challenge is successful, you get to keep it. If the umpire's call is confirmed, the team loses its challenge. So players will want to make sure they're using the challenge strategically. The ABS challenge system was tested in thousands of minor league games. And this won't be the first time we see it used in the majors either. It was used in about 60% of spring training games in 2025. 2.6% of called pitches were challenged, and the success rate was 52.2%, meaning the players challenging were correct a little more than half of the time. Catchers were the most accurate, successfully challenging 56% of the time. In addition to spring training, ABS Challenge was also used in the 2025 All-Star Game.
Ball down. What do you think? Yeah, I like that.
Made it balls and strikes, powered by T-Mobile's network.
So MLB fans, get excited to see ABS Challenge next season.
I love this. It's really cool. It's really cool. I like the fact that so a couple things here. Let's start here with pitchers. Teams are pushing their pitchers to not challenge, right? So they're leaving they're leaving it more up to the catcher to do the challenging and not the pitcher, which I respect. Obviously, as a pitcher, you would probably want to challenge everything that you would think is a strike because you're the one delivering the pitch and you're the one under the stress of making sure that you deliver the pitch. So it's more on the catcher to deliver. And I think the catcher has a better idea of the strike zone because you're the one catching the ball in or out of the strike zone. So I like that. Now, I think this adds a little more stress on the umpires, but it also helps the umpires, because if the umpire knows their zone and they're getting challenged against, but they're continuously getting them right, that umpire's got a good zone. And then in turn, you really won't have to challenge too much because you know that he is or she is. Shout out to Miss Powell, or that she is. They got a good zone, right? So I think it's really cool to see this. I think, what I really, really like about it is the energy that it gives the crowd. When someone gets the ABS challenge right, the crowd goes crazy and it's sick, right? It boosts the energy in the whole environment, in the whole arena, and then which in turn gives the players more energy and gives the players more of a lift, right? So I think that's really cool. I think that I like how efficient and how quick it is. If it was something that took long, because baseball games are already known for being long, if it was something that took long, I would say get rid of it. But because it is literally 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and you got your answer, it's not too bad at all. I've been seeing it used well. A lot of people are challenging really good pitches. A lot of people are challenging bad pitches. I know a hitter challenged a pitch right down the middle the other day, which I was sitting there like, come on. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not gonna be able to find it. It was a pitch that was literally pretty much right down the heart of the plate. And he challenged it, and it was like, I feel like in that situation, a umpire should be able to overrule, and they may be able to, but they should be able to overrule. Like, hey, this was a strike all day. We're not even going to waste the time. Go ahead and sit down. Go ahead and take a seat. You're done for. But yeah, man, that is my thoughts on ABS. I love ABS. I think it's sick. I think it's a lot of fun. I think that it'll be good for the game. I think this is like when they talk about robo umpires, there's really no need. I think you keep this in and you keep real umpires in there to make the game, still flow, right? And still have that human aspect of umpiring, of umping. But we'll see what they want. We'll see what they want to do, man. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I got some fun stuff today, man. I'm off 3 days in a row, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. I think I got some plans that I want to do, but Monday through Friday this week, I will be streaming at 7:30 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday, 5 days. TG will be joining me tomorrow. Today, he obviously had to play. He's got his routine that he's got to be in. So shout out him. Shout out to his game. But bro, I'm excited. I really do love this podcast. I have a lot of fun doing this podcast. I do have a question though for anyone out there that watches. If you know how to clip efficiently, effectively, please reach out to me. Just shoot a comment. I'll reach out to you, whoever it may be. But the clipping takes forever. That's the only thing. But to be fair, once I get in the groove, it's really not that bad. But I enjoy this podcast. I enjoy talking to y'all. I enjoy talking about sports. I enjoy talking about life. I enjoy talking about whatever it may be. So with that being said, man, let's see here. Yes, with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. As always, I do appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We appreciate the love and support. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on all socials. That's going through the ticker right now, as you see at the bottom. The Motion IG, the Motion Facebook, TG and Big Z on X, the Motion TikTok. Follow us on there. We post updates, clips, real-time reactions. I know. I'm sorry. I need to be more active on there. There's so much content that it low-key gets overwhelming. With sports, there's always something going on. But I do need to be more active on there. I apologize. I'm going to do better. I just got to create some time to kind of look at it, go through it without being chronically online. You know what I mean? But for now, that's all I got, man. Y'all have a blessed day. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon.